Hello everyone, once again welcome to my channel. My name is Shiva Krishnan and I upload videos related to data analytics and its tools such as Excel and Power BI, and I also upload videos related to AI and writing prompts to AI. So in case you are new to my channel, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you, and to the existing subscribers I'd like to thank you very much for your continuous support. Okay, and so I'll be continuing the series of overcoming objections. All right, and I have this third prompt. Let me copy this from the prompts list, and in this file I have 50,000 plus prompts. Okay, it seems that the content did not get properly copied, so I'll select this, I'll copy it, and I'll paste this again. Okay, so here is a prompt. It says itemize the key probing questions that salespeople can use to delve deeper into the prospect's objection and gain a better understanding of their underlying concerns. These questions should encourage prospects to share more information and allow salespeople to address objections more effectively. So, in other words, this is kind of going deeper into the objection handling process. Earlier, I talked about the brief response to the objection handling. Okay, but here we are going to get little deeper. Now, one main thing I wanted to highlight is that objection handling is the crucial part of any sales meeting, sales pitch, or sales call. Okay, whether you are closing the sale in person or whether you are closing the sale via online or via phone. Okay, the objection handling is the most important part. If you miss out on the objection handling, you will never get the sale, that is for sure. All right, that is how important it is. In fact, this plays a major role. 80% of the sales comes with the due to the objection handling. All right, so let me hit enter and let's see what AI has to say. All right, first it has given the step by step. First it has told me that understanding your objection, that's the first part, and then you clarify the priorities and needs. Okay, first you have to understand what the objection is all about. All right, and then you go back to, then you go a step further and talk about clarifying the priorities and needs for the prospect. Okay, such as what's most important to you when evaluating a solution like this, and then how does this compare to other options you are considering, what are your top priorities right now, what would make this a must have rather than nice to have. So the when you ask all these questions to the prospect, okay, so the prospect, when he or she is giving an answer to all these questions, and once you start addressing them, that prospect will move towards the sale part. Okay, and then exploring past experiences, identifying decision making factor, addressing specific concerns, all these are the important part. Okay, and then the second thing is exploring past experiences. Have you used a similar product or a service before? Okay, and then decision making factor, who else is involved in the decision making process. Okay, this ideally comes under the thing is of I need time to think about it, or I need to ask with my spouse. Okay, so these things come under that objection. Who else is involved in the decision making process? What criteria will you use to make your final decision? Okay, so you may be wondering, like, how does it come under, like, I need time to think about this. Usually you have heard about this in a sales meeting or a sales call, right? So they say that I need time to think about this. So then you address that and say that, okay, I understand, Are there any specific concerns or specific things that you like to discuss? So he says that he will say that I need to check this with my spouse, I need to check this with my wife or husband or family members. And that's when you ask like who else are involved in the decision making process, what criteria would you use to make your final decision, is there a timeline you're working with, what does success look like for you in this area. Okay, you start addressing that, and then you move further into addressing specific concern, building trust and rapport. So all these are very very vital. All right, so I'll post this in the description, and in case you're new to my channel, do consider subscribing to this channel, wherein you'll be getting a valuable knowledge for free. Okay, thank you so much for patiently watching the video. Take care, have a lovely day. Bye bye.